What's up, HF? It's Dylan Barnes, and we have two things in store for you today. We start off with some news and sports from around the school, and then we finish things off with some state projects that our staff has made throughout the past few months. Check it out.
Flossmoor High School, students dread getting from class to class in 11 minutes. Although this time span sounds like more than enough, you can't forget to factor in the path. The path is a 1/4 mile long trail that takes HF students from South Building to North. Most kids travel from South Building to North at least once a day, sometimes having to walk a whopping 0.6 miles at the longest distance possible. With so many complaints on 11 minutes not being enough time, today I will be demonstrating how to get from class to class with time to spare and never be tardy again. Of course, in a school of 3,000 kids, problems will arise, and that's why I'm here to break down the steps. Step 1, do not let the mobs of students walking in a line barricade you. Walk around the group. There's no shame in wanting to get somewhere with pace. Step 2, step away from distractions. We all know friends will come along and try to slow you down with a meaningless conversation. If this happens, make sure that the distractor talks to the hand and then speed away. Step 3, take shortcuts. The quickest way to get something done is to take the fast route. At HF, this fast route is to cut through the parking lot in North. As long as you don't get ran over, you'll be sure to make it to 3rd floor in time. Step 4, the last and final tip is to finish your journey with rapid strides to cross the long-awaited finish line at room 315 North. I won't lie, the 0.6 mile walk is not the easiest to complete in 11 minutes, but by following these simple steps, any HF student should be able to arrive at class on time.
My name is Kivana Henderson. I'm a junior in high school, and I am a student designer. Every day I try to do something creative and productive, especially sewing because it's so special to me, because it's a way for me to express myself in a form of art rather than always speaking. I experienced a lot of recognition from people I didn't even think noticed me. Like sometimes I'm walking in the hallway and people just tell me like, oh, I like your outfit, where'd you get it from? And I feel like that's so special because I made that. I was at my cousin's house and she taught me how to sew, and then ever since then I've been sewing. I design streetwear and subversive clothing. Usually people text me on Instagram and just send me something and be like, can you make this? And I'm like, yeah, and even if I've never seen it before or done it before, people consider me. And then I get them a price and then I do it for them. Making these patchwork pocket jeans has really made me start selling my clothes because it made me realize how valuable my time is and how valuable what I'm making is, because you're not gonna just find this everywhere. It's something that I'm doing, that I'm the only person really doing around here. And I feel like that means it's worth more than just giving something away for free. Right now, I'm working on a skirt for a client. She asked me to make her a skirt out of the top of the jeans, like the belt loop part. And she saw it on TikTok and she sent it to me and she was like, can you make this for me? And I'm like, yeah. And so, but she also wanted it dyed pink. And so, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Social media has influenced my designing in ways where it opened my mind up to new designs and new styles and things you don't see every day. Because it's hard to be inspired by things in real life when all you see is like normal clothes. But seeing clothes that you will see on the runway and see in magazines and stuff, that really opens your mind up and it allows me to design new things. It's helped me sell my designs and connect with more people because they're seeing my designs because people repost me and send it to people. And it's allowed me to have more people that I don't even know reach out to me and ask me to make them random things. Somebody asked me from California to make them some pants, and that's crazy that social media did that. I want to be a fashion designer, but I also wouldn't mind styling people. I first want to start making things for people now, and then eventually connect with manufacturers so that I can manufacture the clothes I make instead of always having to do it by hand because that takes so much time. Creativity is something that's within all of us. You just have to find what you're creative at doing. The biggest tip I could give is if you're a student and you want to pursue a creative passion, I think you should just do it. But not care about what anybody thinks and just do you. Do what makes you comfortable because at the end of the day, you're living for yourself.
Typically, when a student athlete commits to a school, they have a signing event. But here at Homewood Flossmoor, the athletic director wants to shake things up and make it into a ceremony for all students.
The new format is to showcase all the student athletic commitments at one large ceremony. And to make things even more exciting, their ceremony will resemble an NFL draft where players are announced and make an appearance on stage. Mr. Light is excited for this new idea.
This is such a special moment for these kids that we wanted to make the event more of a celebration and a ceremony. And I think that we accomplished that tonight.
The first ceremony was held Wednesday, November 9th at 7 p.m. Athletes arrived at the event at 6:30 and mingled with their peers for a while. As the event was close to starting, students sat at their chairs on the stage with their hats while their friends and family sat in the audience waiting to cheer them on in their signing. Student athletes liked the idea and experience of having a draft.
I kind of liked the whole setup and how they did it. I feel like it was something new and something nice for the kids.
Oh, I like the ceremony. The ceremony was cool. I think it honored all the student athletes well. It's kind of funny when they had the NBA jingle in it, but I mean, it's cool to have a ceremony to celebrate all the student athletes, and you know, Lord knows all the work that we put in. So it was a good ceremony for all the student athletes.
I really like the change in scenery. I know last year it was in the weightlifting classroom, but I like how they changed it to the mall auditorium, so I think they should keep it.
The ceremony is something new and fresh, and they plan to hold this ceremony 4 times a year. It will be an interesting addition to the typical college announcement event Homewood Flossmoor student athletes have had for years. Reporting for VTV, I'm Jasmine Walker.